Yeah, so here we go. National records, personal best, season's best, and some upsets. That's the name of this championships. It is a final day, day number 9 of the Tokyo 2025 World Championships. Now, Jamaica on the final day picked up 2 more medals, ending our total to 10. That means that we're ranked number 10 on the medal tally. But in terms of number of medals, we are number 3 behind the United States of America with 26 medals and Kenya with 11. Welcome back to another episode of Track and Tingz with me, Kareem Boya Tingz. Let's get started. Yeah, so here we go. Now, before we get started, just want to say thank you to our sponsors, right, for making this entire series possible. I just want to say thank you to Domus Windows and Doors, built for security and hurricane resistance. Doors, windows, handrails, and fencing. Located at 16 Chelsea Avenue, Kingston 5. You guys can go ahead and follow them on their socials at Domus Windows JA. Also, Tack Bar. You understand, we've been shooting here for all of the days that we've been carrying you guys coverage. Located inside Devon House, and you can follow them at Tack Bar Jamaica. Also, Bridge Official for the sweater, you understand me, the big bad bridge. The Bridge Official located inside Southdale Plaza, and if you don't tell them say Kareem Boy Tingz send you, when you can get something you might never know. And Mark's Superstore for all your household supplies and appliances, located at Portland Cottage and Lioneltown in Vere, Clarendon. Yes, now without further ado, to my right, not the only lady today, right? One of our 2 wonderful women on our panel, Janae Robinson, owner of Sports Girly. Yay! And to my left is Janoy Swift Stewart, co-founder of Amelia Sports. Yay! And the other wonderful lady on our panel is Tiffany Wong. Yay! And to my extreme left, Shaquille O'Neal Benty, founder of Stadium 876. Guys, it's the final day. We got 2 more medals today. We're at 10. I did say 9 or 11. So I said 9 for sure, and I said Brata 11, and I said I don't think it's going to be 10. I don't know why would I not say 10 will be in the mix, like, right? But we're up to 10 medals. We saw some performances today. We got silver, the women's 4x4, and we got silver in the women's 4x1. So I'll take it from the men's 4x4 first that we saw. Yeah, it was the showdown. It was a gauntlet, and exactly what I wanted to happen happened, except the world record, because they ran in Hurricane Ivan Part 2, right, over there in Tokyo. Like, what are the odds that, yeah, but it was the showing that I was so excited for. Botswana won, as we've all said, and it's the first time an African nation have won the 4x4 at the World Championships. Well-deserved gold medal for them. The United States of America, very, very close behind, 257.83. And third was South Africa, with the same time, basically, as the United States of America. Yeah, I knew that this was going to happen. I knew that it was going to come down to the line. I knew that it was going to be a fight. I must just say, to Botswana, you guys have had such an amazing championships, from winning your first gold medal to now your first relay gold medal. And kudos to you, to America. I wish that you guys had Christopher Bailey on that leg where Caleb McRae was. Even though him split 44-6-1, but I feel like when you have somebody start your relay with 44-6-0, which was Vernon Norwood, one of the best relay runners of all time, the momentum should continue, right? Jacori 44-2-2, 44-6-1 would have been the slowest time. If Chris Bailey was there, I think it would be even closer, but he wasn't, so congratulations to Botswana. Jamaica 7th, 303-46, Delano Kennedy, Javon Powell, Shoshana Dennis, Rasheen McDonald. I expected 2 changes, we only got 1. So congrats to the men. All right, Jenny, your thoughts, men's 4x4, Jamaica 7th. Your thoughts on that performance and just a performance overall?
I think good run from the boys in general. I think Jamaica, we have some work to do. I think we could have made a little bit more changes on our team, but lest I digress, it is what it is. It already happened. But I want to speak specifically to the top 3 performances. Botswana, I think we could have seen from in the 400 rounds that they were ready to go. But I would have loved to see Vernon and his compatriots get that gold medal.
man.
And I must also speak to South Africa, and specifically Wade van Niekerk getting a medal. If you guys saw him in the 200 semis, he was sitting down in that chair anxiously waiting to see if he made it into the finals. And we know his quality. So to see him walk away with at least one piece of silverware, congratulations to all of the top 3 men. And Jamaica will come again next time.
Indeed, Swift.
Yeah, for me, it was a bit disappointing for the men. I thought we could have definitely gotten a medal, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Done, gone, bad already. To speak on the top 3, I honestly wanted South Africa to dip, United States, and they could have gotten the bronze. I was hoping. I mean, Nene ran a superb ankle leg. Van Niekerk, both of them are the only 2 athletes that ran a 43 split. I was just hoping, but it never worked out. But nonetheless, as Bent would say, Botswana, big up.
Tiff.
Yeah, I don't know. For Jamaica, I just feel like wrong team, wrong legs. We just got it all wrong.
How many times am I going to preach this?
Yeah, we just got it really, really wrong. But, thank you to the 4 men who did go out there. You never have to finish the race. You never have to finish, but you guys did. And, we're grateful for that. I just want to speak on Botswana. The last part of the race, like the last 10 meters, because but no say writing say him did have it. Like if you know did watch here, I say boy, Botswana look like them and run backwards. And then I don't know, the ancestor them go up on the busang foot and say, yo, go. And but that was an exciting race, just the head-to-head, 3 nations. It wasn't just a flat-out USA winning, because on paper, USA, if you take that, what Karim say? World record.
No. I said Botswana is going to get the world record, but it's going to be close. Don't do that to my credits and my career, Tiff. I beg you to do.
My bad. But yeah, it was, with the rain, maybe that's why. That is why a lot of, because you have to do careful running. But I really don't think that was US's top team anyways. So, but congratulations to the men. And South Africa, we need to give Wade van Niekerk one street, one community or something. Because if not for that man's third leg, I'm not really sure we'll know that come up in that, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's that.
Bent.
Yeah, for me, Jamaica's team, we could have done better. We got some things wrong. The panel already said it, so I won't dwell on it too much. We could have gotten some things right. I just think the effort wasn't there. Maybe it's tired legs. 45, 35 is the fastest split that we had, which was Javon Powell, which is usually our starter. I think it should have remained that way. But, I mean, it is what it is. We just have to move from there. Happy to see that they went out and competed. For the top 3, I think at the end of the day, we could have expected the quality because South Africa has the world leading time coming into the championship. We knew Botswana's quality, and the US begged themselves into the final. Karim did a beg for them as well too. He called Tokyo. So at the end of it, because we might as well had 3 African teams on the podium if the US never sneaked their way into. But they were there anyway. So it is what it is. Rai Benjamin, you thought you had it. But there is Botswana. You're a fantastic athlete. And I think one thing can be said about the US team, they're very consistent in and around that 44 second mark there. And that was very good from them. But at the end of the day, big man, and boy. And Botswana man, them a big man. And things, so you know how that go. Gold medal. Shout out Wade van Niekerk. Shout out to Nene. Those were fantastic legs, and that's just the passion and energy I love to see in the 400.
Yeah, if we wanted 3 African nations to be there, then Kenya should have worked harder, right? Nobody cares. Come back next year, work harder. That's just that for that. USA, actually qualified as they should have, and they got a silver medal. Our country didn't. We came 7th, right? So we can move on. Women's 4x4.
Our country.
Good one. Menti, that's a good one. You know what? So we can move on to the women's 4x4. We saw the US in a championship record 3:16.61. Jamaica 3:19.25 at season's best. Netherlands. Femke have to go down and ask her, and she did 3:20.18. I'm just so proud of the Jamaican women. Oakley, 50.96. Stacey-Ann Williams, 49.59. Anjanette Knight, we said it through in a hurdler that they did. You guys listened. 50.66. Nikisha Price had the second fastest leg throughout the race. Next to, obviously, the greatest, Sydney. I am, jeez, I would love to see Stacey-Ann and Nikisha, and they're coming to just, just replicate all of this. Like what I saw today from the Jamaicans, I had goosebumps because, we would have all thought, Femke can run down anybody, even a cheetah, and try past them to the line. So I'm just happy that we got a silver medal. Kudos to the women. And they did exactly what we asked them for. Ranisha McGregor just wasn't in the best of shape this season, but thank you for her to allowing us to qualify. She also did that in the heat. So big up yourself, Ranisha. But to the 4 women, you guys did what was needed to be done. Congratulations. That is it for me. United States, Sydney McLaughlin-Lavoni obviously was going to come in, and she did what was needed to be done as well. A championship record.
Yep.
Phenomenal. She split 47.82. So that's congratulations to the red, white, and blue. Benty, your go.
Yeah, that's the type of thing I'm talking about when I say make me make a prediction and then tell me to shut up. Because we predicted bronze.
We did.
We predicted bronze yesterday, and Nikisha Price said, hold my water, Benty, and tap your knives. And guess what? 49-second split. That's the type of, 48-second split.
You get it
and
right.
Stacey-Ann Williams, sub-50 split.
Yeah.
That's the type of consistency that we need from you guys, and you guys are going to be the future of the 400 meter right now as you see it. I spoke yesterday about, for the relay, it takes sometimes somebody to be the bigger man, woman, bigger athlete, to say, I'm not there at this point, put somebody else in who can give that energy. We thought it would have been Cheyenne. We never saw Anjanette run the 400 meter, the flat 4. And that was stupendous from her, I would say. Just putting in that energy there, she handed over the baton in 3rd position. And that's all you need to do to give it to Nikisha Price. Because Nikisha Price said, I'm leaving with something.
I'm leaving with something. So, fantastic work from the ladies. I wouldn't bring down Femke Ball in the way where Karim just bring her down, but I'm glad she get a little beaten. And what can I say? Sub 48 again for Sydney McLaughlin, everyone on her final leg. She didn't even need to do all of that, but she did just because she's trying to let us know she's not from this planet.
Yeah.
She's not. She simply is from a different realm.
Tiff.
Yeah, I share Benty's sentiments. I thought it would have been hard for Dejani to recreate that first opening like that she did in the heats, and the girl say, all right, you think I can recreate it? And she did it even better. You get me? She thumped me down. The girl thumped me down. And me take my dripping and take my beating, and that is that. But listen, those 4 ladies, they came out with that energy, they came out with a purpose, and them said, listen, people count well, people write well, but we're leaving here with something. Nikisha said she was getting a medal. It might not have been in the flat 4, but guess what? She said, I'm still in my Jamaica colors and I still have a chance. And once you have a ticket, you have a chance. And once you have a chance, you have a medal. All right, that is that. Nothing bad to say about the US team. I mean, we knew that Sydney was going to go in. Sydney could have stopped, drop, walk, roll, everything. And that is that. I can't speak on the American team too much because we know the talent that they have, the depth that they have, because Sydney didn't even have to come in, and I feel like they would have still, done what they did. Netherlands though, I'm gonna tell you something. On behalf of Femke Ball, stop get the girl too much work for do. Like today, my sister said, I just go put you up on the podium. I'm not killing out myself. Uno too ungrateful. Every 4x4 you want to run down people. Well, guess what? Today she said, not
today,
me,
Satan.
Not me. And that is it.
Not today, neck. Not today, ankles. Okay? Not today. Swift, go ahead.
Even if Femke tried, I don't think nothing would actually change. Nikisha was just too good. And personally for me, I thought we got the medal from the very start of that race. Yes. Miss Dejani Oakley, I have to say Miss Dejani Oakley, what a start leg, right? I was there saying maybe she might hand over maybe third or fourth. She was right up in the mix about, I think, the first or second she handed over. And from there, you know, the race was already in her favor to get a medal. The commentator, though, he was glazing Leka Klaver from Netherlands. I think he was watching a different race than I was, because he was glazing her to catch Stacey-Ann Williams. And Stacey, you know, with the good hair, the good wig, with the good makeup and all these things, you get me? She just handled herself well. Anjanette Knight, a hurdler, you know, she did us well. And Nikisha Price, definitely. I don't know where Femke was going. They thought that Femke was going to close. I never saw it happening. Right, from I saw Nikisha get that button, I said, well, we're sure to get the silver medal. All I was worried about is if she just hold the button good, because the rain was falling and she held that baton well. And for that, I'm truly grateful. Nothing to say much about United States. We expected United States to win. Even if it was, you know, Alexis Holmes High, if you're watching. Yeah, even if she was on that relay, she'd have definitely won regardless. But nonetheless, Nikisha Price, Dejane Oakley, Stacey-Ann Williams, Anjanette Knight, we love you. We're proud of you. A lot of us thought it was bronze. We say no, thump in our face, and we love that. Silver. Next time, thump you again and probably a goal. Yeah, big up.
Yeah, Janae, go ahead.
Yeah, one thing I want to note from our relay pool is that 3 out of the 4 ladies train at Arkansas. So there's already a dynamic. And Stacey and Nikisha were adamant that they were going to leave this championship with a medal. I also think Anjanette was a perfect fit. Anjanette really wanted a medal in the 4 hurdles, and I think that hunger was translated in the 4x4. And for Dejane, you're not tired, you know? Like, the girl not tired, you know, from the one Dejane run, you know? Yes. But honestly, for that, your resilience and your strength going through rounds and rounds and rounds and producing consistent performances and a normal thing. That's a big up yourself. All of you guys deserve it, and a season's best is just icing on the cake that we have the crop and the group of girls to carry the mantle for years to come. So big up yourself.
Yes, indeed. And then we got another medal. This time it was the women's 4x100. We got silver. USA took that 41.75. Jamaica 41.79, season's best. And Germany 41.87. Was it? Yes, 41.87 for bronze. A couple things. You know what? No. Yeah, absolutely not. The women, congratulations to you guys. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce to start, to Tia Clayton, to Tina Clayton, to Janelle Smith. I must say, the leg that I tweeted and the leg placement that I said here on the show was going to be the actual leg. That was going to be the actual order of the relay. Shericka Jackson opted not to compete, which more than likely you guys will be hearing her reason soon. But I'll just say the only reason Shericka will not be on a 4x1, because we've seen Shericka done 4x1, 4x4 and our individual events at a championship before. The only way Shericka Jackson would not go on a 4x1 relay to give her country and Shelly her final medal and to give her country a medal is if Shericka has felt some discomfort or she's injured. There's absolutely no personal reasons. So the narrative, cut it out. Okay, please and thank you. A fantastic, fantastic showing by all the girls. The US thought, let us put our fastest woman on the first leg and she's going to just blow it out of the waters. Y'all thought and y'all failed, okay? That was a failed attempt at trying to say no other Jamaican girl can really run. Minister Jefferson Wooden, 11.38 on the first leg. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, 11.32. And Shelly wasn't even the fastest on that first leg because Dina Asha Smith hit 11.27. So Minister Jefferson, you know, obviously did enough to carry around the baton safely. But Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce at 38 is showing us that I can hold on and I can compete with the best of the best of the best. And y'all thought you were going to not let the Queen get a medal. You're sicking on the teeth. You understand? Also, I was just very proud of Tina Clayton on that third leg. But Janelle Smith, step to the front of the class. Gather your coins. You are her. If anybody doubted you before, nobody can doubt you. You did spectacularly great, and I hope you don't feel no way about that run because you were right there next to the woman from the US. Like you were literally right there. 10.13 and 10.08 for the US runner, and I just feel like, you know, it was pretty close. So congratulations to our women. I was proud. I never feel no way about it, and I'm happy. Jenny.
For me, I just think for us, they did an excellent job. This was a proper representation of past handing over to present. And I need us to remember who Janelle Smith is. This is the same girl from Wolmer's Girls that was starring up champs with Shauna Helps, right? And she was doing her thing back in the day. She's at MVP. She's with the quote-unquote guru who come on and he got
God, St. Francis.
Yeah.
Coach Mills. And then Arkansas, by the way. Yeah. Then Arkansas, and then my parents. Yeah. Arkansas, then my parents. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that she's in good hands. She's in the same camp as Tia and Tina. And that is just hope for us as Jamaica. We're in the right hands. And I think it was fitting. I think it was a perfect relay. And as in, if and when Sherika is okay, if she is added to the same group with these same girls, do this and beat it.
Come on. I think Sherika is unbeatable. Let me remind you of that. Go on, Sif.
Yeah, for me, and Karim can answer that question. Did the Americans have any of the fastest splits?
Absolutely
No, they didn't.
Not. Absolutely not. No.
We had, I think, Tina
Clayton
yeah.
had the fastest third leg split of 10.16. And Germany had second
Yeah.
and the last.
Yeah. So I
Absolutely not.
say that to say, like, what did you guys really think was gonna happen? I heard everybody, the commentators, man. I don't know if it was a glaze off, right? To be honest, because from the race began, they were focused on Melissa Jefferson Wooden, and they thought everything was gonna be curtains from there. Shelly said,
didn't
no,
understand it
not
before,
today,
though.
not today. Right, and for me, we had a very, very good showing from our ladies. I especially loved the exchange between Tia and Tina, because Tia
Things
said,
over unite.
She hold her and
hold this,
she hold her
because
and
you
I
have to
say,
get the
hold
button.
this.
You have to get this button. You have to get this button, you know. You get me? And that it just showed, you know, what a true champion she is. You know, she has said, "Me nah leave here without grabbing something, you know. I have to get something here." And Johnny Smith, you know how I feel about you, Johnny. You know how I feel about you, Johnny. You know, you're a
Sure, she
true
know what I mean.
competitor, right? And I know a lot of persons wouldn't have known you or remembered you from past years, and that last 100 meter, right? And you were closing Shakari. You know, it was just close. It was super close. I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of the girls. Shelly, you come out 2007, 4x1, silver, same place. Yeah, end the same place, silver. I wouldn't want it another way.
Yeah.
All the best. Thank you, guys. Thank you for representing the country well. And you did us all proud, right? Nothing less. Best.
Tiff.
I mean, after everybody said what is there left to say, I just want to say one thing though. If the rain never did a fall, we wouldn't get gold.
True.
I promise you that. I promise.
What them
you
say, clock
that.
it?
You said clock it. We wouldn't get it. But no. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce at 38 is running with the best of them. Not even running with, beating the best of them. And it's like Shelly come out and say, my ear a little commentator call Melissa Pocket Rocket. She came out there and said, let me show you who the real
only
Pocket
one.
Rocket is, okay? Let me show you why I got this nickname. But you see what Benzi like to say? You see the synergy?
Synergy.
The synergy, guys.
Synergy.
Even like Tia make sure said if she did even have to hold her hand, which she did, she said the stick is going around. You hear me? The stick now drop. We're not running out of the zone. You go get this, I'll hold it. And I want you to know that after the race, sis said she couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
Okay? So you cannot see nothing, but you have the presence of mind to say, let me hold their hand and place this baton right here. And and then have your twin do the fastest split. Like, come on. I can't. I just wish Sherika, when you come back, trust me, unbeatable, untouchable. And Johnny Smith, I don't know if your hobby is fishing, because I saw you go on a reel. So you're reeling, girl. But yeah, but no, truly. But kudos to you guys. Thank you so much for representing our country and representing us well. And you know, Shelly-Ann, you start, you finish, same place as we've said, same medal, full circle moment. It's just God could have planned it no other way.
Period.
Yeah, bench.
So I think everybody already said basically what could be said about the race. The United States placement, the Jamaica, the Germany, the Great Britain. Dina Asher-Smith, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, I think you guys just showed us how the relay is supposed to go. from your out there, you're supposed to give your best. Specifically, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, now I think you've conducted yourself at this championship and leading up to this entire long season, how an ultimate professional should, what we expect of you, what we know you to be. The way you cheer them on, the way they mentioned your name and just giving them the right words of encouragement, your presence in the team, your lack of presence in certain moments to allow people to shine. And that's the way I think the model that athletes should look up to. I think you're the ultimate professional, the ultimate sprinter that we've had, not just by accolades, but just by conduct. And I think overall, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, I just want to thank you for your service to the country. You've made a young man, and I'm sure the entire country proud, but I can say outside of track and field, you're also a decent person, and I think that just has something to do with the way you conduct yourself. So just thank you overall, and I'm glad that you had this experience to go out.
Yeah, well said, Binti. Just an overview now of the last 9 days. I'll just start by just saying I'm tired. I don't want, firstly, again, Tokyo is in my top 3 cities to host. Beijing, London, Tokyo. But the time difference would have been bad. I'm not telling a lie. But to our athletes, 10 medals. This is one of our best showings of recent in just terms of just our presence. Our presence were being felt. Last year at the Paris Olympics, we would have ended with 6. And 4 out of those 6 were from the field events, I think it was. So we're back. There were a lot of firsts. There were a first in Samantha Hall in the women's discus. There were first in Orlando Bennett and Tyler Mason being their first World Championship final and getting silver and bronze. They were first in us getting a gold medal in the men's 100 meters since 2015. There were a lot of firsts. So there's a first in Samantha Hall who made the final of the women's discus. There are a first in Navaske Anderson in the 800 meters for men. First in us doing a 1-2 in the men's 100 meters at the World Championships, Oblique Seville and Kishane Thompson. A lot of firsts. There were a lot of firsts, and I could continue. Navaske Anderson, the first 800 meter male to qualify for the World Championships. So I could go on and on and on, but for me, this was a season of rebirth and triumph. And that's what I would call this season. For a lot of our athletes who might not have performed well last year, them come and them bounce back. And it might not be a gold medal, as in Sherika Jackson, that bronze medal, but it meant so much. She never even touched a track in Paris. She never even know how inside of the stadium look. And then, for me, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, this is her final championship. If you guys know me, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is in my top 3 favorite athletes of all time. And what she did, I'm not going to talk about the stats, what she's done for this country is to show us that no matter where we're from, no matter the odds that are stacked against us, right, we can prevail and we can defy those odds. A little girl from Waterhouse, who would have thought that she would have been an icon in the sport? So to all the athletes, to all the finalists, semi-finalists, all the PBs, all the season's best, thank you guys. All the coaches, management staffs, just thank you guys so much for a great showing, and I can actually go sleep tonight. Jenny?
Yes, I can actually go and sleep tonight.
Jeez.
It's been a long week, but a week that was worth it. A week with a lot of rewards. I think we can say for Team Jamaica that there's a shifting of the guard and everybody understands their role. And I think in years to come, next year we have Commonwealth, Ultimate, World Championships, and then the year after that is another Worlds. I think in that duration, we'll fix things. The athletes will also understand who's their first experience, would have got the exposure and the experience, and we can only hope for better. So the Nikisha Prices and the Dejanay Oakleys, where we're seeing just a ounce of their stardom, if you want to call it.
Oh, yes.
I think they'll blossom into it completely when we see them again. So Team Jamaica, you did a very good job. I think if there's anything bad to say about it, I'm just ungrateful because it's hot over there, 10 times hotter than it is in Jamaica, and don't get hot. So guys, well done. I'm proud of you, and I'm sure the panel is, and they'll share the rest of their sentiments.
Swift.
Yeah, what more can I say? We're happy, 10 medals. Could have gotten more, but 10 is still a great showing. Right, I think would have gotten a 13, 12, and I think 10 would have been like 3rd or 4th up there. So for me, it was really good. I won't even dwell on it too much. We're so proud, super proud. Right, a lot of we never the track and field. Right, a lot of we could run, much as barely we can walk. So for us to go out there and show up right, like this in the national colors. We appreciate, we love each and every one of you. Thank you. We're immensely proud. Yeah.
Yes, Tiff.
Yeah, I just people survive not being Jamaican. I mean, but no, for real though, Team Jamaica, we thank you for all your efforts. I know that some of you would have been injured. Some of you would have been going through many things that we are not obligated to know as the public, but some of you, you know, you went out there still, you carried the flag, you did what you had to do, and, you know, we cannot be ungrateful once you're out there representing. Like, you could have chose not to go and we wouldn't have any representation. And I feel like this year we've seen how Jamaica has been shifting away from the sprints. Yes, we're still the sprint capital of the world, but we have 800-meter runners, we have 400-meter runners, we have hurdlers, we have throwers, discus, javelin. Well, not javelin yet, but it'll come, trust me, it'll come. We have shot putters, we have triple jumpers, long jump, like, we are all across the spectrum. We are build the 5,000 and the 3,000, and believe me. But Team Jamaica, this just shows me that the next crop, the next generation, they're coming bigger, they're coming better, and the world needs to watch out.
This is it, Bente.
Yeah, for me, the Tokyo, there's a Japanese word that's called saisei, which means revival, rebirth, rejuvenation. And I think that perfectly encapsulates what's happening here. I won't say it's been all highs. We've had injuries before the championship. We've had issues with our alternates not being there. And I say revival, rejuvenation, and rebirth because there are things that we can work upon. So there's the positives, there are the negatives. But how do we move from this? As an association, as fans, and as athletes themselves, we understand what we have to do going forward, what support we can give, and what systems can be put in place in order to make the brand Jamaica, to make Team Jamaica overall better. And once we can do that, then I would say it's perfect. Definitely an improvement by comparison to our last major championship, which is Paris, the disaster of Paris. But I would just say, I'm glad to see a lot of firsts, a lot of PBs, a lot of season bests, which means that you're rounding out in shape after a very, very long season. Rest, recuperate, rebirth, and let's go again.
Yep, that is it, man. Well said to all of you guys and to you. This is the end. This is the final day. Wow, we're here. This is episode number 8, day number 9 for them in Tokyo. I just want to say thank you to my panelists, Janae Robinson, founder of The Sports Girly. Yes, Janoy Stewart, co-founder of Amelia Sports. And Tiffany Wong, analyst, enthusiast, all things, track and field, and a bag of things. Don't worry yourself, man. Shaquille O'Neal Bente, founder of Stadium 876. Also, 2 other persons who are part of our panel, Azari Barnett. Nick as well, who came in one day. Nicholas Francis. And to our production team, chosen people, yeah, understand, stressing, but production team, just want to say, Everett Webster, John Mark Prince, Azari Barnett, and the big man, Grims, O'Shane Watson, yay! And one of my producers are also here today and yesterday, Giovanni Lewin, who's his birthday today. And to my sponsors, this would not have been possible without you all. To Tack Bar, Domus Windows and Doors, The Bridge Official, and Mark Superstore. Thank you guys for watching Track and Tingz signing out. We started from January with this brand, and I just want to say thank you so much. It's a lot of work, right? It's not my off season like the athletes. I can rest and party. Big up on yourself. Thank you all. Have yourself a fantastic week. Yeah, so here we go.